back in Week 8. The Ravens won a shootout in their first matchup against the Steelers. Can Pittsburgh get revenge? Find out next on EA Sports.
It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gart alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 70 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overcoming.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 94 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Ravens open the lead up to 34-0. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. Back to throw now on first down. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown. Marquise Brown, 81 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw. All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone and all.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens add on. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's caught inside the 30. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens add on. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete.
You thought you had it. You thought you had it.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens add on. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me. Trying to get.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 75 yards. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Single, I got a single in the slot, I'm coming for you, 27.
He'll look to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And got his man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 75 yards. And the Ravens are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the riders to our left. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now.
He's got a man, complete. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So